Chia. You guys are now listening to the Crime Pace Podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Sanchez. I got my co-host with me, Young Glizzy.
Yeah.
What's going on, Glizzy?
Out here chilling, living,
man.
life.
How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good, bro. I'm kind of in my head a little bit, dude. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm doing good. You know, this pod's doing good, so I'm optimistic.
Hell yeah. Views are up. Subs are up. We got like 54 new subs this week.
Dude, we got subs, bro.
It's slow motion, but it's better than no motion.
Yeah, yo, I like that.
Slow motion better than no motion.
Slow motion is better than no motion.
I had a great week, Glizzy.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I had a great week, man.
Tell me about it.
I weighed in this week at 215 pounds. That's as low as I've ever been as an adult.
That is crazy, dude.
Yo, it is. And when I take off my shirt and I lift my arms like this, bro, I got little abs showing on the side.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I'm saying? Over here by my ribs and shit. I'm a new man out here.
Yeah, I saw a video of you that you posted on Instagram of your forearm. Your forearm was looking crazy.
Yo, I've got veins popping out, dude. I'm doing good, man. I'm kind of doing like a carnivore diet. I still eat a little bit of carbs, but I'm basically eating anything that I could cook. I'm not eating no processed foods. You know what I mean? I'm just eating like meat, eggs, potatoes. Just if it comes from the earth, I'm eating it.
That's good.
You know what I mean? And I'm getting leaner and leaner, man, and I'm feeling good.
That's great, dude.
Yeah, man.
That's great.
Been working out hard. My birthday passed a little while ago, and I feel great, man. You know, I've had a spiritual awakening. You know what I mean? I can't complain, man.
Yeah, that's good.
Life is good.
I can't complain either, dude.
I got a girl who appreciates me.
Yeah,
appreciates
that's nice.
My presence. You know what I'm saying? I get little letters in the on my pillow saying, "Yo, thank you for being here. Thank you for your time. This and that." It feels good, man.
Yeah, that's always nice. It's nice to be respected by a woman. You know what I mean? Like, it feels good.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Because you know your boys are always going to respect you. You know I'm always going to respect you. But it feels different when it's coming from, like, a woman you love, and then she gives you the respect that you want. And it's just a nice, warm feel. It feels accomplishing.
Yeah.
To me, it does, at least.
Yeah, when they appreciate your efforts and stuff like that,
dude.
Makes you feel good.
I like my girl just asking me questions, dude. like my girl just got she's gonna get her citizenship.
Yeah.
So she's studying for the test now, right? She's a resident.
All right.
But she's doing her test, and she was asking me some questions, and I just felt good that she felt like I could help her during her venture into her citizenship, which is amazing.
That's
I'm
cool.
very happy with it for her.
That's cool, man. Shout out to her, yo.
Yeah. Facts. Doing it the right way.
Yeah. What kind of benefits is she's gonna get by that?
By being a citizen? Well, you know, she's just a permanent resident. So I don't really understand the different. I mean, I know there's like some gun laws in there, you know, for them. Like, she's gonna be able to vote. That's for one, which is a lot.
Yeah.
I don't really know all the differences between a permanent resident and a citizen. I would be lying to you if I told you I did.
All right, and why are you in your head?
Bro, because I'm feeling like sometimes I'm making content and I don't know, like, you know, I feel like, yeah, it would seem like a lot from an outside perspective. I work my 9 to 5. I come home, I shoot 1, 2, 3 podcasts. I edit 1, 2, 3 podcasts, and then I upload about 150 shorts a week, right? And it seems like a lot, but dude, I just really 100% feel like I could do more. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I just can't think of anything else to do to entertain people in the way I want to entertain them, to push this content creating dream that I want. Does that make sense to you?
It does. I feel like what you're kind of like what writers get when they're trying to write a book. They get writer's block. Right, where they want to write about something and they don't know what to write about, or you're stale, you're stagnant, and you need to do something else. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah. So you
get what I'm saying? Because I like doing this podcast, but I don't know. I feel like I could do some other video. Because, dude, really, my video editing skills are off the chain, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. I feel like I'm able to do something more. I feel like I feel like God wants to give me this dream I want, right? So, and to get into real perspective, I feel like God wants me to have this dream, but I haven't figured out quite, like, I thought it was music. It wasn't music. I'm doing better with the podcast. I'm talking about certain things on my little solo rants. I'm doing reaction videos, and I feel like God's like, I don't know, trying to tell me like, yo, you're not ready yet. So I'm trying to find, like, I'm thinking I'm missing a piece of something. There's something I'm supposed to be doing, some sort of content that I need to make that will really help me achieve this dream and prepare me for what I feel like I deserve.
All right. Well, stay in prayer, ask God for the guidance to take you where you want to go, and start experimenting with new content.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Start,
Yeah.
Move into other things. Start reviewing little things you buy. Go outside, do some videography stuff. Make yourself look cooler.
We do live streams, bro. There's people gatekeep that stuff, though.
Yeah, dude. Get into some live streams. Where is Grand Theft Auto? I thought it was supposed to come out on May 26th.
Yo, and that was supposed to be a big thing for me. Well, it's coming out next year now. That was going to be a big thing, because I was preparing for this year to do live streaming and play these games and talk shit while I'm playing these games. So,
did you ask the AI false god ChatGPT what you should do? What kind of content you should make?
I did. Now, the thing is, I didn't read it because AI now, for some reason, Grok specifically, gives you an essay to read. And, dude, that shit was a long-ass essay. And I was like, all right, since it already told me what I need to know, I know that when I'm fully prepared, I could ask it again, and it's going to give me the same information. So, yeah, I did ask it, though.
All right. That's what's up. I started doing cryotherapy at the gym.
I heard you were talking about that, and I was under the impression that cryotherapy was when you do the ice shit that you do.
The cold plunge.
The cold plunge. Like, when you were telling me cold plunge, I've pictured cryotherapy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
it's like Mr. Freeze. You ever see Batman with Arnold Schwarzenegger and he's like Mr. Freeze?
Yeah.
That might be before your time.
No, I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, it's basically like that. They put you like in this chamber and they hit you with like nitrogen gas that is like super cold as hell. And it rushes all the blood into your organs. You know what I mean? And then it puts you in a shock. And then when you get out, all that lactic acid and all that stuff you had in your muscles flushes out through your kidneys and you pee it out and you feel pretty amazing. It did burn me though, like not permanently burn me, but like when I was in that shit, I looked down at my arms and I had like icicles and shit on my arms. It hurt.
That would scare me, dude.
Dude, it hurt. I wanted to quit. I was like, I asked the girl, yo, how much time we got left? She said 1:18. I said, oh Lord. And I was under the camera, so I couldn't quit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I wanted a way out, but I stuck by it. And
so you got it on video?
Yeah, it's on my Instagram. Guys, follow me on Instagram at Sanchez the General.
You should send it to me so I could put it in
You're my friend. You should be watching my damn Instagram videos.
Yeah, but send it to me so I could put it in the pod.
I will.
All right.
Absolutely. All right, moving on to viral topics, dude. The Tate Brothers got charged with rape and kidnapping, dude. And it seems like the powers that be don't want those brothers around.
Yeah, dude. Isn't that crazy, dude? Because, they had just beat these charges in Romania, bro.
I know.
I don't know why they keep attacking these people, dude.
Because he won't shut up, dude.
Yeah, yo.
They want Andrew to be quiet.
He does not, dude.
And he will not.
Every time he goes on a pod and he's like, fuck it, I'm going back to jail. And then he just says it. And I'm like, bro, dude, we just got you back. And I really believe he's good for the youth. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people don't really know him because they don't really they don't listen to his content in 100%.
Yeah.
They just see clips where he's being polarizing. And he needs to do that because he needs to stay relevant. They basically kept him on house arrest for 2 years. And if you can't move around and go to different states and get on big shows, get on Rogan, get on Valuetainment, your buzz starts to die down. And that's what they were trying to do to him. So now he had to get on there and be polarizing and say, wow, stuff just to go viral. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But his message remains the same. It's still a positive message if you get into it.
Yeah,
it's still a self-motivating message for young men.
If you fully listen to him, he even doesn't speak because you could take it as misogyny, but if you fully listen to his full podcast, he says how young men should be protecting women. We have to understand the emotions of a woman. Like, he speaks he speaks mostly facts, Now, every now and then he says some fucking rambunctious, super polarizing shit, but all in all, I feel like he's good for young men.
Yeah, for sure. And you should be able to get on the mic and say what you want to say without being thrown in prison about it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. For off rip, he just shouldn't be going to jail for what he said. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And I don't think he did those things.
Well, we'll pray for the Tate brothers. I don't think they're going to get a fair trial in the UK. The UK has gone almost fully commie. And, I hope that they make it through on the other side safely.
Yeah, hopefully.
You know what I mean? Moving on. Offset wants alimony from Cardi B. He wants her house. He wants child support. He wants...
Get it, dude!
I don't know how much money he wants.
$10 million!
His feelings are hurt. You know what I'm saying? His baby mama's on the gram doing what she's doing with some NFL player. And he's in his feelings about it, bro.
And he deserves the alimony, dude.
Does he, though?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, he does. You know what I mean? I'm rooting for him. Maybe it's because he's a man and I believe in equal rights. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I want him to get the alimony, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
I think it's a step in the right direction.
Yeah.
For men everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Use the system on them the way they use the system on us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But I don't know, man. Being an adult about it, I think the kids would be better off with their mom.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because he's a rapper, dude, and that's a dangerous thing to be. I mean, she's a rapper, too, but she's a female rapper.
And she's not talking gangster stuff, you know what I mean? Not like him. But is Offset really relevant that much anymore?
Yeah. And I think if both parties are worth millions of dollars in their own right, I don't think they should waste the time with the legal system, you know what I'm saying, to get money from the other one. It's like, all right, bro, you're worth $8 million, I'm worth $16 million. Like, what are we fighting about?
$5 million.
Yeah.
give Offset his $5 million.
You know what I mean?
Bro, now with the kid thing, I don't know if this whole alimony. I'm not familiar with alimony. I live in Florida, thankfully, but like, what, he's trying to get the kids also?
I think he was trying to get the house. I'm not sure about the kids, but I know he's trying to get the house that she bought allegedly, and he wants like a monthly allowance.
He must have been running out of money, dude.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
I haven't heard an Offset hit in a while.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, that
might be it.
I don't think I would feel right as a man getting alimony from my wife. I think that's kind of weird.
I won't feel right, but I'll do it.
This is 2025, and things get bitter.
I'm just saying.
When people break up.
If I slept with Cardi B, got her pregnant, I want alimony and I want the children.
All right. Moving on. Have you seen the show The Last of Us?
No.
Dude, it was a great first season. It's based off of a video game. It's on TV. A lot of people watched it. There was a lot of excitement about season 2. I was excited about it. They came out. The main male character left, and now we just got the girl. She's like super lesbo. They're scissoring all the time. She's weird. They lost half of their audience, and everybody's mad. Everybody's mad. The show sucks now.
Hollywood.
Not just because of that aspect of it, but just the show in general sucks.
You know what it is that sometimes they try to incorporate these ideologies in these TV shows, and they forget the whole point of the story because they're so focused on incorporating these ideologies that they miss the point of the ending, the story, the whole structure of a movie or TV show.
Not only that, but you're forcing it. You're forcing that on the viewers. They don't want to see it, bro. Right now, there's a big beef between Disney and Marvel, right? Disney bought Marvel. There's a new Avengers movie. The new CEO of Disney wants DEI in the new Avengers movie. They want to make people trans and gay and then change the colors of Captain America and change this and change that. And it's like, bro, you guys are ruining the franchise, bro. Leave it alone.
Leave it alone.
The way Stan Smith intended it to be. That's why it's great, dude. That's why we grew up reading the comics, because those are our favorite characters, dude.
Yeah, leave it alone. Make new superheroes, dude. Yeah. I don't get why these people don't do that. Just make a new fucking superhero, dude.
Exactly. Make the trans 7.
Yeah, the trans 7. Yeah, you could have.
They got rainbow superpowers, and they save the world from misogyny and racism and all this. It'll be a huge hit. Invest $300 million into that if that's what you guys want, and see how much money you make. I bet you it's not gonna do well.
Yeah, dude. Like I hate when they do that shit. You could do it minimal, right? If it needs to be done because of some stupid thing they have at the board in Hollywood, right? Yeah. Let's say it needs to be done. Okay, dude. Make the inefficient character that no one cares about gay. Yeah. Or, the AI or whatever, dude. There's already black superheroes. There's already white superheroes. Dude, we're fine. Yeah. We got it all already, dude.
For sure.
I'm saying
right, moving on to sports. The Knicks lose, bro. And it went viral on the internet. I was rooting for the Knicks, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a Knicks fan. Like I got a love-hate relationship with them. They lost, bro. They lost and they're going home. And they fired their head coach. The Knicks fans were crying about it on the internet, but it's over. We got Oklahoma and Indiana going to the finals. Who you picking?
Dude, I'm not familiar with both teams, dude. I won't lie to you.
I think Oklahoma's going to win.
Which one has that ginormous white man?
I don't know, dude.
I think it's Indiana. If Indiana has that ginormous white man, then I'm going with Indiana. Right. You know who I'm talking about?
Nah.
Dude, no. I'm going to stop it, dude. There's a humongous white guy, right? Last year, he made it to the end also. And we bet on him, bro, at the club.
Okay.
Do you remember?
No.
Damn, forget it. Yeah. That's what happens when you don't know sports.
Yeah, but,
It's my fault. You know the person. I'm just not explaining it well.
Yeah.
It's my fault.
Well, they were boasting and bragging. They lost. I follow a lot of people in New York from my Instagram, people I grew up with. They took it well. They took it with grace, you know what I mean? And, shout out to them. They fired their head coach. Hopefully they get Mark Jackson in there. I think Mark Jackson's going to be a good fit. I think he's going to be able to lead those young brothers to great things. Let's see if we're able to get him. Moving on, we got Elon Musk leaves Doge, and the media went crazy saying, that he's got a big beef with Donald Trump. That's why he left. That's not necessarily true 100%. I think he signed a deal with with the Trump administration for 90 days or 3 months, basically, to do the Doge thing. I think he worked hard on that. He put his best foot forward trying to save money. His time was up, and then they did that big, beautiful bill, which is like $1 trillion bill. It has crazy spending on it, and Elon criticized it. I don't think he's wrong. You know what I mean? The bill is just what the bill is. It's America doing America things. You know what I'm saying? Sending money overseas. There was some things that were snuck in there that were pretty scary. You heard about the AI? They basically are going to use AI to surveil the country for 8 years, and nobody's going to know what they're using it for. You know what I mean?
Bro, they already know everything about us. Does it really matter? They already know what kind of porn you watch. They know what we're doing in our houses. They know everything we're doing already. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I don't even care no more. And me and you are always on a podcast telling everything about our week. So
yeah, it's okay. I've submitted already.
Yeah, I already gave up. Let me as long as you guys let me talk as much shit as I want to talk, I'm fine with it. Do whatever you want.
Yeah, it seems like it's the Patriot Act 2.0. Artificial intelligence gets better and better every time now. I was watching content that was strictly artificial intelligence, and that shit looked human as hell.
Yeah, it's crazy. There's only one thing it does wrong. It's fingers.
Yeah.
It can't get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Eventually it's going to get it, though. You know, but you want to see if it's Fugazi, check out the fingers.
Then I saw something that said the makers of ChatGPT or an AI told it to shut itself down, and it started bribing people to not shut itself down and trying to find a way not to shut itself down. I don't know. It's pretty scary. Are we going into Terminator 2, bro?
I don't think we're going into Terminator 2.
Is AI going to be the end of humanity?
I don't think AI is going to be the end of humanity either. I think it's going to make a lot of fat fucks, though. You know what I mean? I think AI is the beginning of lazy people. Yeah. You know, because eventually it's going to get to the point where people
robots in Brickell?
aren't working. No, they got robots in Brickell.
They got robots in Brickell. They're not robots like humanoid robots, but they're like these little go-karts, and they're going up and down.
Oh, yeah, I seen that shit. But that shit's been around for a minute, like an Uber driver.
Yeah. And it's doing Instacart, and it's doing freaking Uber
I like
Eats.
when I see people messing with it.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't know where to go. They'll stand in its way.
Yeah.
That should be a pain in the ass to order.
Is your job AI proof? And if not, what jobs are AI proof?
Dude, there's a lot of jobs that are AI proof.
Yeah.
Like a security's AI proof.
I seen a security robot in a parking garage.
Yeah, but you know, like I think police officer isn't AI proof.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Firefighter,
I don't think is AI proof.
Yeah.
I think but I do think every single one of these jobs needs a human element. You know what I mean? Like, bro, you ever talking on the phone to the fucking robot shit and you just want a human?
No.
You see, there's some things that require human element, which I feel like AI will not be able to do. AI will be able to take a lot of simple jobs away, like, you know, receptionist. It might take away assistant jobs, but, you know, a doctor, do you want a fucking AI being your doctor, giving you surgery, or defending you in court? Don't think so. Do you want an AI sitting here? Are you going to want to listen to an AI podcast? Mm-hmm. I don't.
All right, so the president, the big racist president that we got, he pardoned NBA youngboy and Larry Hoover, dude.
That was dumb.
Yeah. What I want to know is, where's Julian Assange's pardon, and why do those guys get pardons over Julian Assange? Julian Assange was the maker of WikiLeaks, and you know he exposed a lot of secrets. You know that were against the American people, and I don't think he should be imprisoned over it. They should have pardoned him.
Yeah, but you know, it's that the world isn't asking for it.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you said previously that people were asking for Larry Hoover's pardon.
Yeah, Kanye, Drake, a lot of entertainers were pushing for it.
Yeah, even though Larry Hoover should not be pardoned. You know what I'm saying? Is he successful in his field? Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? I don't think pardoning him should have been a thing.
And people think he's going to be free. He's not going to be free. He's got 2 different life sentences. He's got Larry Hoover, you know, was the founder of the Gangster Disciples, and he was being treated inhumanely in prison.
Well,
like he's like 23 hours locked down. He's not allowed to talk to anybody. I don't even, you know. That would like break most people's psyche, you know what I mean? But Trump pardoned his Fed case, his Fed life conviction. He still has a state life conviction. He has to get pardoned, or he has to get a new trial, or he has to get something, clemency from the governor.
Well, dude, I don't think so. He went to jail, right? Like I did some research on it because I was confused. Right, so 1973, he killed somebody. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure if I got the year 100%, but it's 1970 something. He killed somebody. He got locked up by the state, and then while he was in prison, under the state, he started running a criminal enterprise, money laundering, and all that. And that's probably why then the feds grabbed him, right, and gave him another indictment, right?
Yeah,
and then that's probably why he can't fucking walk around or do anything.
Yeah.
But fuck it. If Trump pardoned him and he goes back to state, and then he could have some basketball time, you know what I'm saying? Or at least be out and talk and socialize. Shit, it's better than nothing.
Yeah, it's
better than what you had before.
It's a better life. Dude, we do need prison reform. You know, prison in America is a messed up place to be at. Not saying like, you know, some people don't deserve the worst, because some people do heinous things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But they need to make a change. Try to like reform people, not just treat them like animals. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. There's some crimes that I feel like aren't that serious to have a life sentence.
The new FBI director says that he has video that Epstein did unalive himself.
I still don't believe it.
You know what I mean?
I don't know. Where's the list at, dude?
Yeah.
Where's the fucking list, dude? This happened when I was in middle school, dude. Like, dude, I'm 27 years old now, dude. Like, been out of high school forever. Where's the list?
Yeah, I don't think we're ever going to get that list. I think the people on that list are too powerful. They're untouchable, and we're never going to get it.
Yeah, dude, that's what I really care about. You know what I mean? I don't want to hear about Epstein no more unless you guys are giving me the list, dude.
Yeah.
Because
give me the list and give me the video, and then put it to bed already.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I mean?
Easy as that, dude. No, look, dude, here's what they tell you. All right, we're not going to release the list, but he did kill himself. We got video proof, but we're not going to give it to you guys yet. Like, yo.
Take my word for it.
Yeah, and then I say, listen, bro, AI is extremely well right now. So who's to say that this video is even going to be legit? You know what I mean? I don't feel like being a conspiracy theorist, but I don't believe shit till the list drops.
Yeah. Oh, there was a terror attack yesterday in Boulder, Colorado. An illegal migrant by the name of Mohammed Solomon, 45 years old. He threw Molotov cocktails at elderly Israelis who were gathering outside of a building.
He must be misunderstood.
And then he basically he threw 2 Molotov cocktails, injured 16 people, got charged with 16 counts of attempted murder while he was screaming "Free Palestine." You know what I mean?
Isn't that a statement, dude?
No. And I heard he had a homemade flamethrower. I don't think he used it.
Yeah, dude. You know what I mean?
Is it a surprise that he was in the country illegally?
Yo, it's really not. It's really not.
It's really not, right?
It's
and
really
people say
not.
I don't have empathy because I'm against illegal migration. I'm not against immigration. Most of my family, most of the people on this country are here because of immigration. Unless you are an American Indian, you're native, you're here because of immigration. Nobody's against legal immigration. It is Biden's open borders telling everybody, rush the border. 40 million people rushed into the country illegally, caused the housing market. Our enemies unleashed their freaking prisons and all their street people into our country, and they're causing havoc. And I ask you, where's your empathy for the American people? Where's your empathy for the girl in New York City who got put under a bridge and raped to death by that illegal migrant? Where's your empathy for the people in the subway just going to work getting stabbed by illegal migrants all over the country? Where's your empathy for the people in Colorado who were getting kicked out of their apartments, taken over by that Tren de Aragua freaking gang with AR-15s, kicking them out of their house, ransacking, home invading their house? Where's your empathy for that? Before you come at me with when I want these people deported and out of the country.
Yeah, and I really don't get it, bro. I even recall when they had a post of this lady in front of all these gang members with MS-13s tatted on their foreheads, and then they're like, this is the new Holocaust. And it's not, dude. You know what I'm saying? No. Like, we're just trying to keep the country safe. And, you know, there's a due process, bro, like for people to get in, right? And if you come in here illegally, I don't even think you need a due process. You know, let's kick everybody out, come in the proper way. You know, I think both parties have it wrong. Due process
is for Americans.
Exactly.
For Americans, dude.
Exactly.
It's not for illegals.
Exactly. And I think, and where was the due process for all the January 6ers, dude? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So when people come with that argument, just hit them back with that. But, you know, I think both parties have it wrong, though. I think there is a way where we can make it so people could get into this country a little quicker. You know what I mean? If you want to come in here and you want to do your background check, get everything done properly, I think there's a way this country could establish a system to get it done quicker.
Yeah, not all those 40 million people that came into the country have good intentions. I believe some of them are cells, and they mean us harm. So you guys be vigilant out there. You know, if you live in a free state, keep your head on a swivel, arm yourself, use the freedoms that the Constitution gives you. And it ain't sweet out here. Be careful. Keep your eyes open. Stay away from protests and gatherings right now. That seems like a hot thing. You know what I'm saying? Where it could be targeted at. And pray, you know what I'm saying? And pray for protection. And, you know, be vigilant. Be good, bro. We're going to end it off with Mr. Cory Booker. Mr. Cory Booker did nothing wrong. He's viral on the internet tonight. If you guys don't know why, he put his hand on his chest and he put his hand out to the crowd. Basically, he did the same thing.
He's a criminal, dude. he's a fucking Nazi,
he's,
dude.
Yeah, dude. He did the same thing that, Elon did, and there's a bunch. Hillary's done it. Everybody does it, bro. It's just that the left makes it a big thing when they want to use it against you. And I hope you guys could see it and realize the hypocrisy in these people, bro. They suck.
Nah, I think he's a criminal. He needs to be locked away, and he has dangerous ideologies. Like, just that alone told me everything about him.
Yeah. All right, bro. That's the end of the show. I appreciate you guys watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.
Peace. Bow.